Dad first took me to the pub. I've never ever seen him quite so mad. A pint of the usual, the barman said, but he was asking me, not Dad. I'm certain that the appetite will sicken and subside, and not long have a boozer for a son. They say there's 27 pubs from here to Wadsell Top. Tonight you'll have a pint in every one. We set off at the Majestic, the little Alex kicked us out. When Dad thought he was scared who might catch. We didn't mean to set on fire the White Swan and the Devonshire, but Dad was always careless with his match. Aye, the odd fellows knew we'd been by the riots in the Queen's. I was right, till Dad said then. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin, so we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin, and we'll go back down and do the Manch again. Now we thought we'd make a start with a quiet game of darts before we're going to be too far. We were slinging arrows in the Albany Snug, but the board was in the public bar. There was arrows in the ceiling, there was arrows in the wall, there was arrows in the barmaid's thigh. When a very ugly landlord with a very ugly club suggested we should both go forth and multiply. Broken glasses, they were counted as we slipped out of the fountain, and the toll bar crowd still in hot pursuit. The fighting Father Albert killed the landlord of the Talbot because a silly bugger criticised his suit. Aye, we were walking on our knees by the time we reached the fleece. I was right, till Dad said then, like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed the horse and trumpet. We'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed the horse and trumpet. We'll go back down and do the Manch again. Just then we chanced to meet a young lady of the street. Lord, has she some lovely wares to sell. Unfortunately, Dad was somewhat sick upon a dog, because after 14 pints he wasn't feeling well. And as he looked for his teeth, he found the dog underneath, jumped back, knocked the poor woman flat. I've had pork pies, pints, pickled eggs and peas tonight, but I don't remember eating that. At the station and the junction, neighbours showed us no compunction as they threw us on the street upon our ears. There was all kinds of hell on in the Ewan and the Nelson, and we had the Wickham landlord close to tears. As newts we were pissed as we staggered into Listers. I was right, till Dad said then. Trouble now, of course, is we forgot twagging and horses, so we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, I love it, we have missed the horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, is we forgot twagging and horses. We'll go back down and do the Manch again. Dad pinched a bulldozer so the wicked riding style. He flattened 3 police cars straight away. His driving wasn't polished, and in no time he demolished Hong Kong, Harry's Corner, Chinese takeaway. And as a Chinese with his chopper chases up to Chalice Street, his nearness to me neckline wasn't nice. I said me breathing it was steady, said he was mad enough already. Did you have to order curried cat and rice? We had Whitbreads, we had Websters, we had Hammonds, we had Hayes, we had John Smith, Sam Smiths too. We were right bloody gluttons with him, OBJ by Duttons and Bass, both red and blue. We dined Coops, Allsops and some Bransons, it was all slops. I was right, till Dad said then. We've missed at all the Bentleys, we've not had a drop of Tetleys, so we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed the horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, is we've got twagging and horses. We've missed it all the Bentleys, we've not had a drop of Tetleys. We'll go back down and do the Manch again. Now the police with a van cleared the York City van, the landlord and his wife and kids as well. The Foresters was quiet, there was not a sign of riot, for the customers was all inside the cells. There was specials running up the street, there's firemen running down, troops and tanks were standing by at Wadsell Top, and some nuns who came to pray for peace just stayed to sober up their priest, who got so drunk he tried to kiss a cop. There was still a human crying, both the woman and Red Lion. The craven heifer tried to bar the door. We thought that we'd get drunk if we had one in the trunk lift, so we thought we better have one to be sure. As we fell through the doors on all fours at Mary's Shores, I was right, till Dad said then, you can have a little rest, now you're halfway through the test. Then we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed the horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, we've got twagging and horses. We've missed out all the Bentleys, we've not had a drop of Tetleys. You can have a little rest, now you're halfway through the test. Then we'll go back down and do the Manch again.